Hello guys. So I have been bombarding you guys with videos, but you will forgive me when you see this one. This will be a little bit clickbaity in the title, I'm afraid, but it's actually true. So the thing is, in this video I will show you to farm Obducite in a manner that you should not be farming Obducite. So in the season's mechanic, guys, you don't kind of need to do Infernal Hordes. You can just go through Nightmare Dungeons and do Horadric Strongrooms. In the end, they drop a lot of Obducite, right? But the problem is, of course, Nightmare Dungeons are rather big and it takes forever to find a Horadric Strongroom, so it's not really very good. So I have a way around that. It's, let's say, a trick, right, for to not use any mean words, but so I would say this is not actionable, right? I don't think you would get banned out of this. I just did it once to find out if it's really working. It does, right? And I will try to demonstrate to you now. So the problem is, guys, as I said, if there is a Horadric Strongroom, the device will pick up the room's existence sometime later. I mean, you have to be in the vicinity of it, and it can take a long time to find it, right? So there is a way around that. So guys, what you have to do here is that you have to activate the Nightmare Dungeon with a Horadric Strongroom inside, and while the portal disappears when you are doing someplace, right, the Nightmare Dungeon remains open kind of forever, right? So what I will be doing now is I will be teleporting to a boss dungeon, and in the boss dungeons there will be some sort of small entree that leads up to the boss, right? And the thing is, what this does is it tricks the game into placing a Horadric Strongroom into this place, right? So there is no Horadric Strongroom in this because because these places are pretty small. There would be, the Horadric device would pick up the signals. So this doesn't work, okay. That's number one, right? Varshan is out of the way. Let's go to, I guess, Zir. So because these are very small, guys, generally when you enter, the Horadric device will pick up the existence of the Horadric Strongroom. I think we missed again. Okay, let's just go someplace else. What do we have? We have the Beastie Knights, we have Grigoire, right? Why can't I see them? Okay. Let's go Grigoire. So we should be finding one soon. So even though the Nightmare Dungeon guarantees that there is a Strongroom in that specific Nightmare Dungeon in here, so it's here. See? See the trail going off from me? So that means there's a Horadric Strongroom inside. And these places are very small and they are not normally allowed to have Strongrooms, right? That's why it's a trick. And there we are. And so, guys, I was able to find a Horadric Strongroom in about 30 seconds. And if you do a Nightmare Dungeon and try to find the Horadric Strongroom, it can take a really long while. And the thing is, the Nightmare Dungeon is still open, which means I can still go to other boss rooms and do the Strongroom, right? Okay, let's go inside now. So we went to Varshan, Zir, and was this Grigor? I think it was. So let's do the thing. Okay. The test of might is very good. Test of swiftness, test of restlessness. I don't know, I don't care. Should be easy as pie. With test of might it's always very easy. Okay. It's done with. Let's go to the next one. Let's do a shrine for more encounters. Another shrine. The boss is up. And reach level 4. Let's do 2 more pillars, I suppose, should be fine. That, I guess, shrine should be fine. And as you can see, plenty of time to spare. It's done. Boss, goodbye. And let's take a look at this. Should be around 3000 Obducite, I think. It didn't properly show, but I think it's around 3000. So, you know, that is 3000 Obducite now, right? And the good thing is, this is the gift that keeps on giving. So, because I still have only one Nightmare Dungeon open, right? And I still don't close it. So, we were on Grimoire, we can go to, like, Beast and Ice. So, the thing is, guys, you can farm infinitely many Horadric Strongrooms if you are, you know, dedicated enough with a single Nightmare Dungeon like this. Okay. Nothing here, by the looks of it, right? Okay. Let's go to, I don't know, like Duriel. And you don't have to do them all, right? You just need to rotate through a few, so the original one will have reset. No, right? I mean, I guess you don't have to walk this distance. Where do I go? What's this place? Oh, I went to Belial. Okay. I thought I went to Duriel. I don't know if it can exist in Belial. You know, Belial is a little bit different because, you know, Belial cannot appear as a whisper either. Yeah, leave Belial out of it. Duriel. Okay. And you don't actually need to take this step inside. It should be showing you if it exists or not first time around. I guess it has like 30% or so spawn rate in the boss dungeons. Doesn't exist again? Oh, come on. Invoke it. And there is a little bit big. Nope. So as soon as you see the trail, you know you are on the right track. Okay, Urivar. Harbinger of Hatred. Let's do a full circle. Hey, stop being unlucky. Really? No? Okay. Until you say boss. So if I go back to, you know, the original rotation again, they should have all reset. Aha, it's here. Okay. I was getting a little embarrassed because, you know, we found only one. Okay, that's the second. And take a look at the pace that I find it, right? It's insane. As I said, normally, and guys, especially if it's in a haunted dungeon, oh God help you, right? It can take upwards of 5 minutes to find it. Now you just step in and you know it's there. And even after I did the full rotation, guys, which will be, okay, let's just also observe the amount of the Obducite that we get, right? Obducite, I have right now 10k, right? 10.5k. Let's take a look at this. Should be around 3000, I think, but
We'll be tested now.
Ghost. I don't know, I just did it randomly. Let's do it. Oh man, your kill speed is good. This is fine. Okay, let's do it. Thingy. No test of might though, sadly. Test of might is the best, of course. It spawns that boss halfway in and it gives a lot of attunement. Okay. But you know, if you have a decent character, should be fine. Let's do this. So shrines, I believe, are used to, you know, get more monsters around you, and the pillars are the stuff that gives you the more attunement bonus for 15 seconds or something. So I think you should do a few shrines and the rest should be all pillars. Okay, that is, I think, almost done. Not too much time to spare, but 25 seconds or so, so we are still fine. So we had 10.4k, right? Let's observe. $12.7k, so 2.3k per. I was a little bit optimistic there. Okay, now we go back to the OG, that is Varshan. Should have reset, so we will try our luck again at a room there. And you know, you go on like this as much as you want. 2.3k Obducite per room. Doesn't exist. Let's actually get a little bit fast with this. Last night in the dungeon. Let's go the beast in. Well, let's try to keep the order intact. Well, I didn't go to Zir the next time. And last time we had one in Grigor, right? Aha. See? So guys, last time around we didn't have one in Zir, right? You remember. Or you can just rewind the video and check, right? The first one we found in was Grigor. So, you know, what this demonstrates is that you can actually do this over and over, right? You do not constantly need a nightmare dungeon with Horadric Strongroom. You just need one, and you need a lot of stamina and dedication, and you can do it over and over. And you can also find in ones you have previously found one, right? So we found one in Grigor, if I recall. We are able to find one more in Grigor again. So guys, what does this do? Instead of, you know, constantly looking for Horadric Strongroom nightmare dungeons, we can just use one. That's pretty useful, I would say. And on top of that, we do not have to clear the whole dungeon. Does that drop it? It does drop it. That's a bit of a problem for me, actually. We do use evade quite a bit, but see. I mean, with Test of Might, it's pretty good. Well, next to each other, that should be a lot of attunement. Ooh. That is a lot of attunement. Nice. Let's not evade. Makes us throw there. Let's see if the 2.3k is fixed, by the way. So we were on 10.4k and we did get 2.3k, which means we are 12.7k. So that means we should be hitting 15k now. Okay, GG. Let's see if that is correct. 15.1k, yeah. So, you know, 2.3, 2.4k, right? Two rooms are adding up to something like 4.7k, and you can just, of course, you know, perfect this. Just go in. If you see the trail going off, that means there is a room. If you do not see the trail going off, there is no room. You just go to the next one. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Grigor, there is none. Right? Okay. Let's try to find one more. Let's go. Belial, I'm not sure. Let's go there, but I think excluding Belial is a better idea. Let's see if there is one. Nope. So, of course, this does not prove that Belial doesn't have any, right? That's the problem. I could just be getting unlucky, right? Because, you know, the chance is not exact. there is like a 30% chance to hit it. And it's there again in Duriel. So guys, how many bosses have we traveled to? So let's leave the Belials out. So Varshan, Zir, Grigor, we can actually do it a little bit simpler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 bosses in Nahanto, 2 bosses in here, 2 bosses in Nahanto, not 3. 2 bosses in Nahanto, 2 bosses and Daryl and Duriel, and 4 OG bosses, Grigor, Varshan, Zir, Beastie Nice, 8. So guys, I think I also skipped Beastie Nice this time around. So we have gone to a total of, I'm leaving Belial out of it. So we have gone to a total of 12 bosses, I think, right? First time around we did the whole tour, and the second time around we are on our 4th boss. And in 12 bosses we have found 4 rooms, right? So not bad, right? That is 33%. That's what I said. So, and the good part is this is absolutely farmable, and you get around 5,000 per every 2 dungeons. And you know, there is nothing that comes close when it comes to Obducite farming in this game. Yeah, so you save yourself the pain of constantly getting Horadric Strongroom nightmare dungeons, and also you save. So that is the small saving, right? The big saving is that you do not waste your time looking for Horadric Strongrooms in nightmare dungeons. Nightmare dungeons are pretty big, and as you know, finding the strong room can take a really long time. So yeah, and the thing is, guys, this is post-patch, by the way. This is 2.3.1, right? So they either wanted to stay in the game, or you know, my guess is this is not very well known and they are not caught wind of it, and so they didn't fix it. That's what I think. And while of course this kind of stuff should be done in moderation, I don't think this is really actionable, right? I mean, it's not like, you know, we modify game codes or something, right? But of course, you know, do it at your own risk. But of course, yeah, if you can farm Obducite at this rate, I mean, you can perfectly master all of the stuff that you're wearing, especially in Season 9, now that they have fixed the Veiled Crystal, etc. requirements. You just need gold, and you can probably provide the gold by setting the runes that you find or something. Yeah. So that's about it, guys. So with the explanation as well, it took me about 19 minutes to farm about 10,000 Obducite, right? And you know, at first I was going a little bit slow, so I would say, I mean, when you perfect the progress, I mean, maybe 1,000 Obducite per minute sounds a little bit optimistic, but it is somewhat close there. I would say like 800 Obducite per minute would be something about that. I mean, no explanation, you just bang, 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 go into it, right? You do not waste your time exploring the dungeon, you just go inside. If you get the trail, you go for the strong room. If you don't get the trail, you move to the next dungeon and repeat and repeat and repeat, right? And yeah, that is pretty high. To put it into perspective, I think you need around 10,000 or so to fully masterwork an item. So perfectly masterworking an item takes like 30,000 or so. Imagine, guys, you know, these numbers I'm just making up. I don't remember the exact amounts. You know, in season 6 I was privy to everything because Obducite farming was such a pain. But the thing is, guys, you would be able to perfectly masterwork your items like 2 per hour or so. Imagine, guys. I mean, I'm wearing 3, 6, 9 items now, and it would take me like 4 to 5 hours doing this to perfectly masterwork them, which is insane, right? Because right now I think I have 0 perfectly masterworked items. Yeah, I mean, I would have. I mean, and guys, so I only did perfectly masterworking on all of my items just once, right? And that was, you know, when I was going for world top 10 or something, you know, in ranking in hardcore when the expansion was released. Never have I gone for that because it's an extremely toxic process, and you know it takes, I would say, hundreds of hours. And now with this trick, you can do it in a single day, right? All of your gear, right? So that's why you know, I did a video for this. I hope it helps you guys. If you have any questions about the process, do ask. And I would say even if it gets fixed, it will get fixed in some time because they recently patched it. We'll see how it goes. Use it with caution. Or maybe you overdo it and you could get some sort of, you know, repercussions. I don't know. I don't think this is bannable though. Actionable, maybe a warning, maybe a slap on the wrist, but I don't think it's bannable. I mean, it's not like you are getting the Obducite without doing the strong room, right? You are doing the strong room. You are just having a much easier time finding said strong rooms. Yeah, so that's about it. I'll see you in the next video.